video conference call.
Okay. Just want the volume tweaked up a bit. Okay, no problem. I was just it's initially. The guy in Tokyo was on. We can see him perfectly. Yesterday, I know someone in the school was Hong Kong.
You can see your own picture in the corner of the screen. Picture in picture. They also sent that all.
安全的。刚来。
你当时采访谁了？第三位乐者。对对对，那个是。第一个是谁？我以为
会炸两个人的。
event happened. So since then, you know, Jennifer and APEN has been very support, you know, this event. They give us a lot of advices. They, you know, kind of all the conference facilities, all this kind of stuff. So I would like to thank you them again. But in addition, the Fudan Alumni Association did a lot of work in the organization of this. I would like to introduce the president of the Fudan Alumni Association USA, Zhou Gusheng. And also I would like to thank you, the working committee, which showed up, I think it's still working around. They had a lot of good hard. They are working very hard to make this event. They are like Zhang Jun and Yang Guang. So they're just still working there. They don't want to stand before in front, right? And also Yang Yong, our web designer, and everybody see this nice picture in the website. I think that's part of work of Yang Yong. And also I would like to thank you, the co-workers of Merrill Lynch, Tang Haichen. Could you stand up, please? All right. And Lin Ting. Could you stand up? Oh yeah, raise your hand. And most importantly, the moderator, and we call the Mayor Opera, and Li Chen. So I think that's pretty much what I want to say. Thank you at the beginning, because if I say that at the last minute, nobody would hear what I'm saying, right? Okay. Just give me a few minutes, to introduce, the keynote speaker, Jennifer Chai. Jennifer Chai is currently working in the Merrill Lynch Global Market and Investment Banking Diversity team. She manages diversity programs for analysts and associates. Her responsibilities include executing retention strategies, reporting on matrices, and partnering with external diversity organizations. She currently co-leads the Asia Pacific Professional Network for New York. Jennifer joined Merrill Lynch in 2004 and was undergraduate diversity recruiter for 3 years. Previously, Jennifer worked at Wellpond Inc. and Blue Cross Blue Shield. Prior to that, she worked at also Johnson & Johnson's consumer products worldwide. So Jennifer received a Bachelor of Arts from University of Pennsylvania in 2002. With all that, I'm handing over to Jennifer.
Really? Good evening, everyone. I'm speechless because Charlie is giving me a lot more credit than I deserve for this event, because I think the whole team is Chen Li and Roy and everyone put together this entire event. We really just supplied the room, the cookies, and the food. So we did very little. But I know Charlie came to me a couple of months ago and proposed this idea to get the alumni together and to really network and to have me talk about recruiting as a process and where Merrill stands as a firm. And I said I was happy to do that. I am actually not great at speaking to groups. I prefer interaction. So if you have any questions, I'm really going to keep the bulk of this for you guys to ask me questions. But before I go on, I want to do a quick introduction of my co-leader for this network, the Asian Network, Lisa Sway. She can stand up. mine, so I have to give half the credit to Lisa. So, but again, welcome. I'm going to run through these slides fairly quickly, but if there's any questions, like I said, please ask me. You'll see our little setup is very technologically advanced. Thank you, Mike. So let's go through the program overview. So tonight what I'm going to go through is quickly, let's see, turns on my mic so I can walk around. Am I good? Okay, so I'm going to talk about Merrill Lynch, but also give an idea about campus recruiting, lateral recruiting, and then finally leave it for questions and answers, okay? So the first thing, the organization. I think most of you, and this might be very basic, but an organization such as this, an investment bank, is split up into mostly the corporate side, corporate enterprise support groups, and then they support global markets as well as investment banking. So Merrill Lynch, much like many of the other firms on Wall Street, is split up into GMI as well as our private client. The great thing about Merrill Lynch, as opposed to a lot of firms, unfortunately you've heard in the news recently about their firms, is that we are very diversified. We are a firm that has wealth management that produces and generates revenue at the same time as our investment banks, as well as sales and trading. So that speaks volumes to what this firm is capable of doing, as well as growth and momentum. And then you'll see the other support functions, which is corporate enterprise, which is what I do, a lot of HR, as well as technology, CFO, operations. So moving on, the professional networks. Lisa and I have the honor of co-leading the Asian Pacific Professional Network here in New York. We have national chapters in Jacksonville and Hopewell and all different locations, and we have about 1,400 members. The great thing about a professional network at a firm such as Merrill Lynch is that we're able to hold events such as this one. We're also able to get people together outside of their daily routine. So I would never have known Charlie because we don't work in the same group, we don't have the same function, but we're able to connect on a different level at a firm as big as Merrill Lynch. So if you are at a firm, I encourage you to join, I encourage you to get involved and learn more about what you can do to become a franchise player, because firms like this really value your contribution outside of your daily work. So the other networks, we all focus on the same things: community service, leadership, as well as learning and development for our firm. Okay, the franchise. I know this year has been very difficult for Merrill Lynch, as well as a lot of firms on the street. And John Thain has taken it upon himself to focus on 4 key areas, and I think a lot of you have heard. The main area is liquidity, making sure that by year end we're in a good position as a firm, as well as raising capital.